excited. It's Friday. Things are looking up. Things are, keep going. It's exciting. We're doing our thing, living the dream. I miss you all. I'm so glad to be here. It's Friday. I'm so happy. Don't have the lighting like I have right now. It is so blown out. I'm like, no matter what I do, guys, I'm really blown out. No matter where I go. Oh, there we go. That's more normal. Hi, happy Friday. What's up, guys? Taryn should be joining us any second. Oh, there she is. Oh my gosh, happy Friday. Taryn. T. Come on, girl.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's funny. I was like, don't use the lighting I'm using. I keep getting blown out. I was like, outside blown out. I'm like, guys, listen to what Taryn's doing for lighting. There we go. That's a little more natural. Hi, T. I miss you.
Hi. I miss you too.
You look gorgeous.
So do you.
How's everything? Happy Friday. Oh my gosh.
I know. The weeks keep just flying by.
Oh my
But this
gosh,
is my favorite time of the week, so.
Right? Oh gosh, I love it. It's so good. I feel some freshness in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like something good. Guys, I just made biscuits.
Check you out.
Right? I'll have to show you at the end, but I made biscuits and I just had some with jelly. It was magical.
Yes.
We made it from scratch. For those of you that don't know, there's a difference between baking soda and baking powder. So, yeah, that's what happened. We were like, squeezing lemons, and it was awesome. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now, just baking. We have a voiceover job that just came out, you guys. We're going to put it on Instagram after we get off here. But my females, is it 25 to, what was it, 55?
Yeah.
Jana? 25, 50, Taryn? 25 to 55, I think. Just get ready. I have a tickly nose. Just get ready, guys. We're going to post something for my females out there that have Source Connect, ISDN, are able to self-record. We have a voiceover going to pop out here if you can get it back to us by Monday. Like I said, we predicted this. We said voiceover.
Yes.
And we were right, guys. Genius. P.S. These are okay. So you know how I put the questions beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, they're really weird questions. Part of me wants to show you guys so I can show you behind the scenes because it's crazy. I'm like, I can't ask. These are naughty. So most of the questions are non-usable. So if you ask your question, let's ask it again because it's going to be a waste of me to go through because most of them were very funny questions. Maybe at the end I will do one funny one if you guys want me to. She said, Blythe said, haha, show us the crazy. Okay. I'm going to show it at the end. It is very funny. I was laughing so hard with my husband last night. I was like, how can I post this stuff? I can't post this. So Chloe said, people are going insane. You are right. People are going insane. I went in to get my mail the other day, and I think I told you, someone just started banging on the hood of my car.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, my God. They just started banging like a drumming song. I was like, oh, what? I was so scared. I was like, please don't kill me.
In front of 5757? Wow.
No, it was on the way there. It was the same place that I had that one guy hit my car. Remember when he got out? Yeah. He was like yelling at me. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, if you were one of the people that wrote some of those crazy questions, guys, please put them out. They're kind of funny. Nate Holston. Oh my God.
Oh, Nate. Hey, Nate.
Oh my God, I miss you all. Talk Tam. Oh, but we love Fridays. Always our favorite time. Love connecting with you guys. It was so fun having Danny Hoff on, you guys, huh? Wasn't that great? Did most of you tune in? That was really, I feel like we learned so much. Just like we learned with Laura from BBR. I mean, we're so lucky to have these amazing agents come on and share their knowledge with us. And I thought there was a really cool stuff. I hope you had a chance to tune in. And if you didn't, Mandy, hi Mark, hey. If you didn't, Mandy has started a YouTube page for us so that we can release these videos and you guys can constantly see them. So. But yeah, Danny was awesome. He gave so much insight to stuff. One thing I loved that he said, you guys, just to recap, was that he doesn't give you the copy until the morning that you get till right when you get there. So when you go in to meet with Danny Hoff, they give you the copy right there. You can go away, and I think he said you have a half hour to an hour, right, to come back. Yeah. And I love that because you guys, I can't tell you how many times it is not mine or Taryn's fault when you come in there, or Mandy's or Jana's. It's not our fault when we don't have the copy and it's the first time we're handing it to you. Sometimes, and it's not anybody's. Sometimes it's just things shift so fast creatively. They're like, we have to use this script. So I'm really glad Danny does that because it shows you kind of really what happens in the room. Don't you feel that, T? Sometimes it's anxiety.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it helps, like you said, letting them know what it's like. But definitely you have to be on your feet. And we do give you time to go away and come back, but this happens all the time. So that's a great way to introduce you to what it's going to be like when you do audition.
Yeah, so just be ready. Yeah, just be ready. Exactly. And use this quarantine, you guys, to just like be sharp and test out all your skills constantly. You know, pick up copy, put a timer on, and within a half hour, be ready to memorize it. I think that's a great little fun tool to do. I think it's not just DB casting; it's a lot of casting. Mm-hmm. By the way, I did my nails.
Ooh, those are cute.
Right? Who am I with nice nails?
Yes.
I don't know if you can see they're like pink.
I like them. You painted them yourself?
I did, and I did my hair. Nice. Guys, I'm learning how to do these things I always counted on everybody else to help me with.
I did my feet, and it still looks like Scarlett did it. So.
Oh my gosh, you were saying that. You're just a mad. You have a shaky hand. What is it?
I don't know. I just not good.
You can't do it?
No.
I got to see these toes. Who wants to see Taryn's toes?
No.
Taryn's toes.
No.
Who showed me? Was it Summer? Is Summer here? Hi, Summer. If you're here. She said that there's an app now that you can put a nose ring on the app.
Oh,
it's like a filter.
Yeah,
the filter, so you can see how you feel.
I'm not. Yeah, I have mine at home. Yeah.
Well, next time, don't worry about it. Someone said, "Let's see them toes, girl." Anna.
No.
Toe modeling. Oh my god. But yeah, Danny had some great insight. I felt like he was just, again, like Laura. We had Laura on from BBR. She was amazing. The insight, each agency operates differently. They all have amazing talent. And it's just cool to see, how they do things. And it seems like everybody's always scouting. I think that's really fun. I think a lot of people keep asking, like, how do I get in? How do I get in? Yeah. Everybody's always looking, right? It seems like both Danny and Laura said that. Yeah. Trade you biscuits for brownies. Brad, I'll take that any day because I can't make brownies. Do you know this? I cannot make brownies.
Well, those Rice Krispie treats look great. So
they're really good. Guys, I'm also making Rice Krispie treats. Nice and healthy over here.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, but I'll take those the brownies. I'm terrible. I can't make brownies. Hi, Clayton Music is on here. Clayton sent us an amazing, we had that job that was the musicians. Mm-hmm. We were looking for people that could play guitar. So, by the way, you guys, whoever auditioned for that, which one was that? Social media?
Yes.
A social media channel.
Yeah.
Whoever auditioned for that, I picked up my guitar. I restrung it, and I've been singing to the kids every night.
You?
Mm-hmm.
My dad would be happy.
He would. He's my number one fan for music.
Oh, I want to hear you have to record yourself.
I will.
That, guys.
Oh my gosh. I've been teaching the kids. They now know E. I'm gonna start to teach them every week a different chord. Because I keep telling you guys, learn a skill, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna know, like, I'm gonna get better on my guitar. I can play Blackbird, a couple things, but I'm gonna learn more, guys. I'll do something for you one week
Yes, please.
when I get it back. But Danny also asked a really interesting question about headshots. When you submit to us, guys, it's really important that you do a close up, like we are right now. Like me and Taryn is a great one. This height. If it's too far, even though it's cool to see, it's cool to see more of your body. We're moving so fast that it's really hard to for you to stand out. Don't you agree, T?
Yeah, especially like when we're going through the submissions, it's like we want to see this. This is like the easiest way to see what you look like and what you're gonna look like on camera. Versus
because when you're like this far, again, it's cool, but it's like this pops faster. I think that's really important. And Danny was we were going back and forth about it. He's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want?" I'm like, "I really don't." And it's because when we're prepping, we move fast.
Yeah.
Jana, are you listening? How fast was I getting through a page? I think in like a minute and a half, we'll get through 100. So, sometimes we just get that many, and we really want to give everyone a fair shake, and we really want to go through as many submissions as we can. We've told you this before. We don't just post to agents and managers. We also post directly to actors. So we try to go through as many as we can. If we have the time, we'll fight for more time, if that allows. Especially now, I've been finding with like this the new the self-tape thing, people are giving us more time. People are like, you know what, give it to us by, and I want to say faster, but I'm like, okay, let me do it so we can go through. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to post after this the voiceover specs. You guys are going to be able to post, and we'll be able to like actually go through stuff and actually listen and when we're given the time. So make sure your headshots are just really popping. That's, I think, I've said this a million times. If you're going to spend any money on anything, it should be your headshots.
Yeah.
That's your moneymaker. And it doesn't mean like I don't mean go to a place and have a zillion printed out. Not a lot of people print anymore, but we do need you to like just have a good clean one that you can put up on LA Casting. So
also just have a couple, like we said before, in your car or something, just in case you're at a callback and they do want to see just like a hard copy. But
yeah, because sometimes we have people ask that, or like last minute we're calling people in, and so always have them on hands. But if you're going to spend that money, definitely, I think spend it on some headshots. Danny wouldn't give us that was the one secret he kept, you guys. He wouldn't give us. But he wouldn't. But we'll find out some more headshot. We'll find out some other ones that we like. We won't steal Danny's. Check out my voiceover and new headshots, Danny says. Yes, submit. Put them through here, you guys. I've been nutty this week, but keep putting it through. Who's my favorite photographer? I don't remember. People were like posting on here. Feel free to chime in, my actors, if there's somebody you really like, a headshot person that you like to work with. But yeah, how would you guys prefer self-tapes if you need that? You know how the Google Drive sometimes doesn't load. Would you guys prefer Vimeo or YouTube? Not YouTube. YouTube is hard because we have to convert it. And there's these viruses, right, T?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
It's much easier to just do like WeTransfer or Dropbox, a Dropbox link, because the WeTransfer or the Vimeo, we have to convert it, and then sometimes the conversion app can put viruses on our computer. It's just like a whole big mess. So it's much just easier if you could do Dropbox or WeTransfer.
There you go, guys. And here's the thing. Sometimes now we're getting I anticipated a lot more. What's great is a lot more people are going to be able to audition. But how fast can you get heard, I think, is the cleaner that you can be. So if you're going to do, for example, we have a voiceover one today. We're going to need you to slate and send everything in one take. Jana had a couple people already sending in two separate. So just send one take. Let's say it's a voiceover. You're going to say, "Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Dina Bouillon." Then you're going to take a beat, but keep the tape rolling. You're going to do your first take of it. Then you're going to take a break, and you're going to give us a second take that's slightly different. Doesn't have to be off the wall or anything outrageously different. Just something that's a little bit different. Maybe there's a button. Maybe there's a slightly different tone. But you're going to keep that all in one take. So when you send it to us, it's only about a minute.
Yeah.
Right. And make sure you label it. Make sure you guys always cleanly put your first and last name on your label, your MP3. That it's really easy for the girls to load. And always slate at the top. We don't need to hear your agency. We don't need to know your agency. Just slate right at the top. In your slate, just say your name. Hey, what's up? My name is Dina William. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope I'm making sense. But the faster and the cleaner you guys can do that, you will definitely get hurt. Because if people have to keep going back and forth, they're not going to do it. They're just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to put this X amount of people that have done it fast. So, be clean. And if you have questions, I think feel free to ask. I think it's okay. It's all a moving target for all of us. So no one's going to get mad. I think everybody's in a really good headspace. And I think all casting directors and we'll all understand. So feel free to ask and communicate and talk to us about it. The same for if you do a take of if you do a self-submission, a self-tape that's not voiceover. T, talk about that.
Yeah, so just like slate your name at the beginning. Hey, what's up? My name is Taryn Arnold. If we ask for full body, take a step back and then come back to the camera. And then them do the second take, which is run regular and then do something else. Like Dina said, add a button or something else, add your own flavor to it. So really 3 takes for the self-tapes. Slate and then 2 different takes.
Great. Mm-hmm. Someone said, are we able to send you a short reel? Yes, send it. We will take a look at anything you send us. It might take us some time because sometimes we have no jobs and then we have a million that have suddenly landed. Not a million, but none to 2, and we're not used to it. And then I've got 2 screaming children and the husband who's also juggling Zoom calls and everything all day. So, but we will listen to your stuff. So please send us whatever you have. We will give you as much feedback. T and I definitely can work through Instagram. Mandy, Jana, any of us, you can hit us up. Instagram for me is the easiest to communicate because it's something where I don't have to worry about it downloading on my email, clogging up my email, anything like that. But yeah. Taryn, your light is perfect. Are you in front of a window or a ring light?
Both.
There you go, guys. See? My lighting is not good, you guys. Mine is hurting today. See, if I go this way, even when I was outside, it was so blown out. I was like, what's happening? So ring light, guys, invest in that ring light. After Taryn had talked about her ring light on one of our shows, Jace Lee Fuentes, if you're out there,
yeah.
She booked. She was like, oh my gosh, it was right. So definitely, I'm sorry I bumped out. I left you for a second. I had to pull them. Where did you get the ring light? Just on Amazon, right, Taryn?
Yeah, Amazon. Last time I think I said it was $25. It was a little more. I think it was more like 50 or 60, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. And then what comes with that ring light? See it, guys?
It comes with the phone, and then the tripod.
There you go. You guys see it?
Yes.
It's great.
It's very easy.
Mark says it's my black shirt. Forget black shirts. I'm not wearing them anymore. I'm going to go get changed and see if Mark is right. I'm just kidding. Be right back. What size is it, your ring light, Taryn?
What size is it? I have to look it up and then I'll pin it next time.
There you go. She'll look it up and pin it. When she sends it to us, I'll post it on my page. We also have to. Is Jake Jacobson here?
Jake. Oh, show it again, please. Sure.
If you're here, Jake, will you? Everybody's been really dying to know about your stuff, your equipment too. So if you can just write anything here that you got, everyone's been dying to hear about that as well. See, that's great. 8 or 10 inches, somebody said. I think either one will work, right, T?
Yeah, for sure. This one is a little smaller, but it works great. I mean, they have all different sizes. They have different, some of them have light covers so that you can change it up, like the brightness and everything.
There you go. See, you can change out the brightness. So I'm not wearing a black shirt next week. That's it, Mark. It's so cold. I got cold. I had to do it. what else? I think we missed a couple. Okay, hold on a second. Can we submit on your voiceover jobs if you do not have proper equipment at home to shoot it remotely? Can we submit on voiceover jobs if you do not have proper equipment at home to shoot it remotely? Unfortunately, right now, we need you to be able to record from home. Usually, we can have a studio available for you guys. But right now, because of the pandemic, we just can't do it. So you have to have your own equipment. That being said, there's a lot of cameras out there. Someone labeled something last week that was, or microphones that were, there was a $40 microphone on there that sounded great.
Yeah.
You can set up your own home studio right in your closet. That's what I used to do. Literally, you don't even have to empty out your closet. Keep your clothes in there because it acts as good soundproof. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I think you can invest. I feel like I'm safe to say that now because we're not really going to be shooting anytime very soon. I feel like, and everyone's still going to be required to shoot from home and record from home. And Jana, how many, can you tap in, Jana, and tell them how many non-union, I'm sorry, not non-union. Someone just asked a non-union job. Yes, the one for today is non-union. So far, we've gotten, all the jobs we've gotten are non-union. We were up for an El Pollo Loco union one, but that hasn't come through yet. So when it does, we will post our union one as well. But Jana, tell everybody since the pandemic how many voiceovers we've had. Tune in here. We don't usually have, that's not always our main thing. We do a lot of just OCP. Not that we don't do voiceover as well. We do, but like
they're like sprinkled in there most of the time.
Exactly. And now it's like mainly voiceover. So, and a lot of times it's good to invest. If you like voiceover, it's good to invest in that equipment anyway, because a lot of people will just like that. Sometimes the studios are so expensive now that people are just asking anyway. Like lots of, producers are just saying, can they just, do from home?
I think all the equipment is just good to have on hand just in case anyways, especially right now. And it's not that expensive, so.
Exactly. I think do it. I think I'm safe trying to talk to me. I'm sorry, you guys. They keep up calling in. Jenna she'll say it in a second. Dana says, waiting for that union job. It's coming. It's coming, guys.
Yes.
I need it on the VO work. Yes, Nate, it's coming. It's coming. If actors SAG, does it take you out of the running, or do you submit Phi Corps? No, if you're Phi Corps, you can do union and non-union. That's the thing of Phi Corps. So when and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, you're the actors. If you're a Phi Corps, you can submit on union and non-union, right, Danny? That never takes you out of the running. If you're non-union, if you're a Phi Corps and you're able to do both, we'll consider both. We never look and say no to the SAG. I mean, as long as you're Phi Corps and you can do it, great. Jana said 6 voiceovers right now. So that's a lot since the pandemic. That's a lot of voiceovers. I'm safe to say invest in the equipment. You could probably get a good setup for $150, I bet. The mic, the stand, the net. Make sure you guys have a good net. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That like the diffuser, I think it's called, or whatever, but make sure you have that. You do like this 6. This gives you the distance between you and that net that comes with the microphone. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That thing I was going to say. Someone said, what is Phi Corps? Phi Corps is when you are able to do financial core. So you've gone financial core with SAG, and you can, I believe you've surrendered your rights to a few things, to vote. I don't think insurance, but some other things. You guys can explain it on here that from the actor standpoint. All I know for us is that when you are Phi Corps, you can do union and non-union. But I do think you surrender some things, and but yeah, and I think for you, it's the same. As long as I think if you're playing yourself, then it doesn't matter. So if you're doing a documentary on Taryn, it doesn't matter if Taryn's SAG or non-union. But everything else, I think, yeah, that's kind of the case. Pop filter, that's what it's called, Erica. Thank you, a pop filter. So you don't hear the like pop, all that stuff. It helps you not hear that. Also, it's true, may not always be looked in the best light if found out you're Phi Corps. Yeah, again, that's a union thing. We just, if you submit, we will, that doesn't change anything for us. Whoever submits as if you're Phi Corps, we listen to union and non-union. But if you're, and the same for if you're union. If it's a union job, labor law says non-union can submit on that as well. So don't feel like you can't submit on that either. I think because sometimes we will taft if, like, let's say, for example, especially if we're looking for a special skill or if it's a small market, we do a lot of tafting. So that's something that will happen as well. But I'm sure the union jobs will pop back in. It's just crazy times, y'all. It's crazy times.
All the jobs are coming back in. They're coming.
Taryn has been praying for us very strongly. We've got a couple that are waiting, that have said, like, hey, as soon as this goes, we're ready to go. So the union jobs are there, my union friends. Have no fear. They're coming. Just right now, it happens to be, that's what we have on our lap. I have a personal Instagram, and now I'm signed to an agency as a model. Should I start a new Instagram with professional photos only? Sure, I think so. I have a personal page, and then I have a DB casting page. I didn't forever. I was like, oh, it's great. They can see my kids. But no, y'all don't want to see my kids. You want to see other people working, and you want to talk business. And I think that it's great if you see my kids. I'm sure some of you also follow me personally, and that's great. But I think it's okay to have two separate pages. I think that's great. Separate your personal life from your business life. Don't you think so, Taryn?
Yeah, definitely. I've been thinking about starting a DB casting Taryn associate page as well, because I think that it's great to.
Oh, you froze.
I got a phone call, sir.
You got a phone call too? Everyone's calling us.
I think, it's definitely great to separate the two, especially like for if you have like videos that you're posting, like what am I trying to say? Like modeling photos and footage that you've done in the pandemic or whatever. I think to separate the two, your personal life versus that, people want to go there and actually see what it is you're doing as in the industry, basically. So yeah, I think having two pages is great.
And I think it's okay. Some people just like to model. So I think that's okay to also be clear about that. Some people do not want to be filmed like this. They don't want to be on camera. This way. What am I trying to say? Let's see, like talking. They just want pictures. Just be clear on that. And that's totally okay. I think that be clear on that. Be clear on your Instagram page on the like about section. Just be clear about who you are. Are you a model slash I guess you'd label it model actor, right? Because model would just be more modeling. But some people are model actors, so there's a variety. But I think just be clear about it on your page of who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But great questions, guys. Great questions. SAG posted today to not accept a contract for new employment without first securing the approval of the union. Have you heard of this? SAG posted today to accept a contract for new employment without first securing the approval of the union. Whatever SAG posts, they're always up in their stuff. If you're SAG, go to SAG.com and SAG-AFTRA and follow them. They have all the news. So if they say that to accept a contract for new employment, if they're saying that on their secure site, follow them. They know. They're the big wigs. They know what they're doing. So again, we haven't been doing SAG projects through this pandemic, so I don't know of this contract necessarily, but I'll go look it up if it's something that just came to the table. But yeah,
I think they're always like updating stuff, so it's always good to just go and get familiar with it, especially on their site.
Yeah, exactly. And they have SAG Foundation. I taught a class there one time. Go educate yourself over there. They got tons of resources and classes and stuff that you could really learn from in there. So definitely, I think go to the site every week and maybe freshen up. Mm-hmm. We only hear when it's like audition related changes as much, because even though we know contracts, it's not huge for us to know every single detail of a contract. It kind of like once we hire them, it goes to the agent and then they do the negotiations.
Right.
Matt Cannon says he got a full home studio for $200. Look at that on what is Andorra? What's that?
I never heard of that.
There you go, Andorra. I was ready for you to be like, Dina, get with the times. Go online and do your research. Yeah, everyone's saying go online. Lots of SAG questions. Yeah, SAG, the best thing to do is find it. They're awesome. They post everything right there. Any questions you have, they'll be able to put it right there. Do you guys cast pets? No, we don't because I'm afraid of pets. Karen will tell you she has like a 1 pound dog, and I'm like scared of it.
She loves you.
No, I love Zozo. There's only like 2 dogs I like, and it's Zozo and Misha, and that's it.
Yes.
For all you others that have dogs, and you're like, not mine. Nope, not yours.
Remember that dog? Never mind.
Which one? The growled at me? Yeah. You guys, there was a dog in the lobby, and everyone's like, Dina, it's so little. So I get attacked by a dog when I was little. So I'm just like, and I grew up with dogs. I love dogs, but I don't just walk up to dogs. I'm not that person that's like, oh, your dog. I give it a minute. So everyone, I like, actually, I love, what's his name's dog? Jeff. I love Jeff's big dog. I love big dogs, like big, and Zozo. That's the only exception. But yeah, everyone was like, it's a great little dog. He was in the lobby, like, Dina, just go pat. I was like, okay. And it looks so cute. And I went over, I was like, hi, hi. And it was like, dogs don't like me. No, I love dogs, but I just am hesitant. But anyway, I think I feel that if we have to cast a dog because of budgets, I will. If it's like Taryn and her dog Zoe, I'll do it. But I try to say to use a trainer. If you have a dog that's really awesome and you feel is amazing, or a cat or a parrot or a snake or whatever you got, and you want to get it in the industry and make a star of it, go to the trainers are great. The trainers, contact like set trainers and see how to get into it. Mm-hmm. Because we go to them because they then take liability if anything happens, or they've just got the trained dogs. They've got the treats. I just posted that Purina spot. You'll see there was a dog in there. Like whenever we have a dog spot, I'll always insist that they have a dog at the audition, because a lot, especially with kids or adults or anything, like it's good to just see how people really react. Because when I was an actor back in the day, I would be like, I love dogs, and then if a dog came plowing at me in a room, you'd be able to tell that. I get scared. But then I'm a big mush. You'll see, like, I love certain times. It's not that I don't love them. I'm just hesitant. But yeah, just call trainers. That's my advice. Yeah. Oh no, I'm studying to be a therapist. We should do some exposure therapy, Dina. What's that? Let's do it. I'll do an exposure therapist. What does that mean?
I think she means because you're talking about like the dogs being afraid of dogs. So maybe.
Oh no, I could use other therapy right now. I've got a lot of other things I'll talk to you about if you want me to be your patient. No, I do love dogs. I grew up with a German Shepherd Labrador Retriever my whole life. Another dog. It's dogs I don't know that I just get a little bit more. I'm gun shy. I just get like, Kitty, you just walk up to any dog you do. You don't care. You're a dog person, see?
I wasn't always, though. I did used to be afraid until I got my own. And now I just love all dogs.
Also, you know what, too? Like my cat. So I was a big cat person, and then my cat got a disease and then attacked me 2 times. So I just keep getting attacked by animals. And then the bird last week on live, they were getting me.
That's your friend.
What's going on?
The bird is your friend.
The bird is my friend. But they all want to attack me. Someone said I booked a Milkbone print job and my dog didn't. He was devastated. Never auditioned again, Dana. I know it's tricky. Well, again, it's like you gotta. I go with like the trainer. I mean, again, we did that period with that kid. I was like, make sure that it's a trained dog. I don't want anything happening to anybody.
Yeah.
Someone does house cleaning therapy. What is that? You kind of guide us through how to clean your house? Avoidance. Put me on a cleaning show. They need it. I know. It's intense, guys. It's intense. Tion. Dana, Tion.
Hey, Tion.
Someone said, what's up? You'll love my babies. Tion, bring him in. Matt Cannon, I want to meet your cat. There's certain animals I definitely want to meet. I'm down with a little bit of space and a bag between us. And I'm just kidding. Someone said open casting call you know of. What does that mean? Is there any open casting calls I know of? No. Lots of times it's no opens. Yeah, not lots of now. Are you guys feeling that you're still getting stuff though? You feeling like let's hear from the community of actors. Guys, start talking a little bit. Are you guys feeling you're still auditioning? What did you used to audition as to like now? Like, of course, we're not. You know, we've probably done triple the amount of jobs we've done now. I mean, it's definitely slow. We'd be lying if we said it's going so great and it's so busy. I'm baking biscuits, guys. I'm baking biscuits. And reading scripts. I'm reading scripts. But yeah,
my husband twice a day.
I'm working out twice a day, guys. I'm running. Today I did burpees and walking planks.
Yep.
Shoot. Who am I? Taryn too. She's got a bike, guys. She's biking around town with her bandana.
Yeah, I've been working out twice a day. Yeah, that's Zoe.
Hi, Zozo. Bring her in. Bring her in. You guys want to see Zozo?
She has a weird haircut right now. Don't mind her weird haircut, because I don't know how to cut dog hair.
Oh.
Say hi, Zozo.
What did you do to Zozo's hair? Oh my God.
Okay. Say hi.
Look at her hair. It's like Zoe. Hey, Zoe. It's Auntie Tina. Oh my God.
And I mean, gotta do it. Trying to
that is,
make sure.
Do not get into hairstyling if we do not pick up.
You know, I can't paint my nails. I can't do Zoe's hair. I don't know.
Actually, I asked Jack if he wanted me to cut his hair. He's like, no. I was like, buddy, I probably could do your hair. He said, no. My son, he's 4. He won't even let me cut his hair. She said your dog looks terrified. Her dog is 1 pound. It's so little, you guys. People are saying, yeah, it's oh my God, her dog is so tiny. Someone said so tiny. She said all I've really been getting were open call auditions. Had one SAG commercial audition. Open calls. Talk to me about what that means. Like online, it's just like, hey, everybody, here's the audition, do it. Like, here's the thing. We're still posting on LA Casting. You could always find our stuff on LA Casting. Like we said, we always say we'll post it up there. You guys feel free to go. We'll also post it on Instagram now. We're going to post all our stuff. So we'll always be putting our stuff out there. Someone also said all they've been getting is voiceover. There's a lot of voiceover. Again, that's not going to go away. That's going to get pretty heavy. I would say really, again, if you're going to invest in anything, get a good mic, get a good setup, go in a closet. Yeah. See, Blight said it's slow, but I feel it's really busy with all the open calls, the monologue channels. Open calls, as in like Blight, you get paid for it if you get it, or is it just these like a challenge, like to keep your auditions fresh? Danny says yes, getting auditions, self-tamed game shows, student projects, practice, and practice is good. Here's my thing to work. What did work talent say? Work had said something. Hi, work. You better work. Remember, he was like, you better work. I'm still getting auditions for my clients. Not a lot, but it's happening. Exactly. It's slow. But it's, it's still there. 2 weeks ago, it was so busy. Sarah, I agree. Things came in 2 weeks ago. And then I was like, what happened? And then they came back. They'll all come back. Again, I think the best thing to do during this time is to create your own content, get on TikTok. I know that sounds crazy that I'm saying that. But have fun. Just create your own content. If you live with somebody, make a little short, something funny that we can follow. My sketch comedians, where are you? You guys are usually rocking it. Come back out and do that again. It's like I've seen in the past, some like people would do shows and stuff. Now is the time I want to see that. That's why I go on TikTok, is to like get, like it's such funny stuff and it keeps us like so excited. So I think create your own stuff. And that's not just now, guys. My advice to you is always, 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 always create. I think the more that you're creating, me and my husband always do that whenever one of us is slow. We're just thinking of ideas and spitballing, and forever I would be the actor in his commercials just to like get some spec stuff out, or just like create. Because if you just wait for the phone to ring, it's just not going to happen. So
Right.
just keep making your own material. Even now during this time, we're like really building our social media. We're trying to get a lot more commercials to you guys. We've been finding them all so that we can edit them. I know everybody really loves the process of seeing the audition to the actual thing. So we're working on that. We're cleaning up our Dropbox. We're cleaning up our website. So use this time to just like clean up your stuff or create to make new things. I was going to make a commercial with Scarlett, but I don't have a dog.
Please do it.
Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my God.
Yes.
So fun.
She would love it.
Oh my God. She beat his What she actually did was she was like, I'll be an actor now. Someone said I had a couple of indie soft tapes. What do you hear on your end for the film industry? The film industry is not going yet. Tyler Perry is in Atlanta, and about a week ago said in 38 days they can start shooting. So I think Atlanta's going to pick back up in about a month and a half. That's what I think. As soon as we know, I'll let you know. My husband's shooting a movie in Atlanta, so hopefully it'll rock and roll very shortly. But I know right at this second, even though Atlanta is open, they're not filming yet. They cannot start filming for another X amount of days. Sets are going to be really tight. That's what I'm hearing. No one's allowed on sets. It's really tiny crews, tiny things. It's the new norm, right? We all got to get used to it. But film, I think, is pretty much shut down. Here's what's not shut down, though, is TV. I know there's a lot of people that are still trying to make a lot of content. My neighbor at the top, working on a ton of shows. So, yeah. Work says, and you guys booked one of my talent. Yay, work! I love it. So love it. Some of them have received, what's this, 70,000 submissions. It's not a paid job. It's a chance to be seen by the casting office, and they usually pick winners to do general meetings with. Interesting. Some of them have received 70,000 submissions. It's not a paid job. It's a chance to be seen by a casting office. Oh, interesting. So I guess they're kind of like the monologue challenge. I've seen like people doing like these things to get seen. And, lots of casting directors and people are doing lots of lives now, not just us. So definitely tune into those and, try to meet as many people and see, learn personalities. And I'm going to go pick up my mail, and I bet you anything Matt Cannon wrote me some cards. So keep the cards, keep them coming. As soon as you meet people, you send them a card, find out where their office is, and say like, hey, meet people like this, because now this is the way it's going to be for a while. But yeah, I know a lot of agencies are not really taking people right now. I know some people had asked me that. For example, Danny Hoff, he does callbacks and he can't even do it yet. So there's none of that yet. But yeah, so that's what's happening, I guess, right now. NCIS is self-taping open call. There we go. NCIS self-tape open call.
Nice.
Wow. So anyone can do it. That must be a bazillion tapes. Did feature film self-tape for Netflix 4 weeks ago, but mostly real people. PSAs coming. I think just to kind of let you guys know, we do a lot of real people. You don't see that because we don't post that. You might on here on Instagram. We're going to post it, but if you follow, on LA Casting, we don't ever post our real people stuff. We always just go real people, unless it's somebody that like we've asked, can we use actors? And then we always ask for you guys. We always say like, hey, they're real people too. But it's been busier for actors right now.
Yeah.
Right, T?
Yeah. Like I said last time, I think it's because mainly you would have to do it yourself. So you will already have to be familiar with sort of the process. Because, when we find real people, they don't know anything about acting or anything that's going on with that. So I think it's just much easier to have an actor submit tapes and do, videos.
Yeah, and if you live with someone, you guys should be practicing right now, filming each other. Getting really good at that. If you have a roommate that, like, even if they're not in the industry, be like, hey man, can you just film me? Get really good at that, because we're finding, we found one. I was talking to this DP the other day, and he's been up for a couple of jobs because he's a DP, which I thought was really interesting. So he's like, him and his family are up for jobs. So, and then another agency, Jana, if you're on here, can you tell us who we just got an email from that was like, it was an interesting thing. Who is it from that they basically said, it was like titled actors that are living with someone that can film them or something like that. And it was like people that they gave me like a short new reel of them being, and letting me know that they have somebody at home that could film them, which I was like, oh, interesting. That's great. So it's not just iPhone, but there's a way. So that could be something people could do right now.
Yeah, and even if you don't have anybody there to record, you can record yourself and, just mess around with things that look good, that don't look good. I mean, we have nothing but time right now. So I think that would also help you be prepared for the self-tapes as well. Just create your own stuff.
Exactly. And just like Blythe's saying, staying active, just stay active, stay on stuff, these monologue challenges, all that stuff. I think like if just keep doing stuff. I think the second that we stop, even Taryn and myself, we get weird. Like we start to feel weird and we're like, oh, and stale and it's hard. It's already a hard industry and now it's like hard, when it's all so slow. So just keep being creative. I keep dumping a ton of time into like my kids, and I post a lot about it on like my own personal page as well as like keeping up with our castings and stuff. But like on that other time, I'm just using the time to just things that I normally can't do, like make biscuits, which I'm so proud. If you don't have a VO reel, can you make a demo on your own? Yes, Sarah, you can make a demo. We've talked about this before. T, will you remind us how to do your own VO tapes?
VO tapes?
With the magazines, remember I was talking about the magazines?
Yeah, so if you have like a magazine at home, you can just go through and you can like read a couple things out of it, because if you read it out loud, it sounds just like a voiceover, and you can just practice with that, honestly. And then there's some copy in there actually that you might be able to record. But yeah, if you just go through a magazine and look through it, you can just read out loud and you can hear, how you would sound if you recorded something.
And you could record those actual pieces, you guys. That's your voiceover right there. You need a voiceover demo. My advice would be do a commercial one. Don't try to do animation yet. Lots of animation. It's very, very, very challenging to get in that. It's, not that it's not challenging in general, but if you really, I think right now, just get a good commercial one, because that'll be a way for us to all work right now, I think, through this time. You can find voiceover agents, Danny asked, right on videovoicebank.net, it used to be called, but it might be something else. But if you go to one of those video voice bank places and you poke on it, you can hear everybody's things. There's a way that you can hear everybody's demo, and you could also, there's agents right there. If they're agents and their emails right there, you could just hit them up. I used to hit them, like I used to do voiceover a million years ago when I used to act, and I would always get them my emails ready at night at like 10 o'clock at night. I would get ready to go, and first thing at like 4 in the morning, I'd hit it out the next day, so it'd be the first thing in the inbox. And I got an agent. I got an agent really fast from doing that. So, they especially just find the time to hit it. Voiceover people will definitely be taking. I know some departments now that are growing. They were in voiceover that were just strictly on camera that are now opening voiceover departments because of this pandemic. So start submitting to anyone. Just start submitting to, I know that Danny Hoff has BBR, and I know that they necessarily weren't before, but now they have their own department. So people are opening VO. So get it going. Your commercial VO reels should only be about a minute. So don't go over that. Anything over a minute, we're not going to listen. Because you're listening, not me, but like, in general, just anyone. It just, you can't listen if you're getting hundreds a day. So just make it nice and crisp and clean. 1 minute is great. And yeah, just like T said, just pick little pieces. So you got 15 seconds here, 15 seconds there, 15 seconds here. You don't have to do characters, just be yourself.
You can sorry, I was gonna say, like, using your friends, like we talked about before, like send it to your friend or send it to your mom or someone, just so that they can like give you some feedback, to see if you need to change anything or if there's anything you could be doing better. I think it's good to use everyone right now if you can.
Yeah, exactly, because it's hard when you're alone. It's hard to be critical. And be like, do I sound right or do I not? It's like when you go out shopping and then you bring it home and you're like, that looks. My husband's like, interesting choice. So like, yeah, use the people around you to listen to it. And just learn your voice. I used to always think I could do like peppy because my personality's peppy, but my voice is really low and raspy. And so like I could sell a mean steak and I could do like a parenting thing. I couldn't really there was some that I can't think off the top of my head that I thought I could do it, and then I sounded so bad compared. But go on that video voice bank or whatever that's called and start to hear. Close your eyes. I always close my eyes when I'm doing VO. Close your eyes, listen to everybody, start to like get the sound and get the feel of it, and make your reel. Do it. It's only 1 minute. It's not hard. Once you get your equipment, it's so easy. You could go into GarageBand, which is what I did. I made my own reel. I didn't even actually my first one I went into a studio because my friend let me in. But you can just use your own GarageBand. You can like put in the little like scratches or the wickas in between, like anything in between to like make it sound fun and cool. But yeah, voiceover. I've been saying it for years. I think it's the way, you guys. Voice bank is closed. What is it now, guys? What is it called? I don't know. What's your opinion on Backstage compared to LA Casting, Casting Frontier, and Actors Access? I love Backstage. I'm a theater dork. I listen to only theater when I run every day in the Heights.
You do?
Hanson. That's hilarious. I'm such a dork. You know what it is? It's like you listen to 3 theater songs, you've gotten your 2 miles because they're like 10 minutes long. I always do In the Heights, Dear Evan Hansen, Rent, Jesus Christ Superstar. I can't listen to all of them. I'm such a dork, I know. But you know what I love is I can just yell now because nobody cares. If you're crazy now, nobody cares. So if I'm singing, like I was actually singing the boy part of that In the Heights the other day, really loud. And this woman was like, nice voice. Like,
see,
that was the man part that I was like impersonating.
You have to come and serenade us one Friday.
She's my biggest fan. She's my biggest music fan. Thanks, T. I love you. But I do. I'm a dork. I listen to that. I listen to theater. Rent, guys. Rent. It's the only way. My kids it was like when we were in the car driving a couple months ago. I was like, "What do you guys want to listen to?" I gave them some choices like Kids Bop, Old Town Road. I was giving them all this stuff. Or like, and Jack's like, Dear Evan Hansen, which I thought was so cute. So we're a dorky theater town. But that being said, Backstage is for that. We, as commercial casting directors, we don't use Backstage. So if you're looking to do short films, or I think people post short films in Backstage, which is great, or theater, great, but we're not going to post commercials in there. We strictly use LA Casting. We will occasionally post on Actors Access as well. So either of those accounts are great. But mostly we post, our stuff goes on LA Casting. Question about hair and wardrobe. Is it really important on how a 10-year-old girl shows up to an audition? No, just normal hair and wardrobe. They should like have like a kid stink. You know how kids are like they've been outside. Don't make them look too pretty. If they look too pretty, it looks strange. Don't you think, T?
Yeah, I also think it just helps them to just be comfortable when they come in the room. If they could just be themselves instead of trying to dress them up and do all that, just let them be. Just let them be. I think.
I think so too. Helps. Yeah, if they have wacky, funky hair that day, and it's just like, well, it's a mess, and they. Again, I call it the kid stink when I'm like, oof, you guys stink from being outside. This is my own kids. I'm not talking about your stinky kids. But I'm like, that it shows that they're just kids. I think we just want people to be natural. That girl, kids should be natural, work talented. If you did not get a chance to check out my Purina, check it out. We just put it up. The little girl on there, Vivian, that was her first audition. Now, this is like also my child actors out there, don't overtrain. It's good to know what you're doing when you walk in a room, but don't get overtrained. Vivian is so darn cute because she just was herself. She came in and she just yakety yaketa. We were throwing a ton of stuff at her. Like I was giving her direction, Taryn was giving her directions, the director was giving her direction. There's a dog right next to her. There was like a dog trainer that was like, get on the line. And she just like moved, she just was present and there because she just wasn't, there's a way that I think especially kids can get overtrained where you lose the kid. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. It just looks like rehearsed instead of just being like natural in the moment. And that's what they love to see. Is just like, especially kids, you want to see the essence of the innocence and just them being themselves, I think, is what really makes kids stand out.
Yeah, like Trevor Carr, guys, check him out. He was in our Kevin Hart spot for Foot Locker. If you didn't see it, another kid that just was himself. He just didn't care, and he just like. And I know that's hard because we want to get them trained, we want to get them in classes, and that's important. But overtraining is a thing for kids because we're, it's hard on them. We're throwing a ton of. They just woke up. I always say, like, poor kids. They just woke up to the world, and we're like, okay, they don't, they don't even know what's going on. So yeah, so kids, for kid agents, or for kids, just let them be kids. That's my thing. Don't overdress them. Don't overthink it. Unless you get specific things, just like cool, hip, casual.
Yeah,
I think is great. Some sneakers, something just cute and casual. Or girls, some girls love dresses. If you're a dresses girl, wear dresses. Whatever you wear, like Taryn said, whatever makes you feel good, do it. The same for my adults, you guys. Whatever makes you feel good, do it. I know, like, again, I've said this a million times. Me and Taryn, we're in your shoes. This is why we can sympathize, and we love you guys, and we want to give you this time. Fridays at 1 p.m. is yours forever because we definitely want to give back and be here to talk to you guys and answer your questions. It is hard out there for you guys. I've said this a zillion times. Before you even get up, it's hard. You're rejected. It's like casting, we have a job. But when you're an actor or a model, you're hustling, it is really hard, and it's easy to lose sight, and it's easy to just, it's hard. You're rejected, like I said, before you even get up.
Yeah.
And then you get in the car, take an hour to get ready. You take an hour to get there. You sit in our lobby for an hour for us to get, 2 minutes to be gone and then be back. And it's like, oh my God. So it's hard, you guys. It is really, really hard what you do. And we are here for you. And so many other casting people are here. And you can always ask in our office. I just wanted to put this out there to the world to remind you. If you're having a bad day, you tell us in our audition room, can I come back? I got to grab a cup of coffee. Go. We will understand.
Yeah.
It is so hard for you. Again, it is not hard for us. Not that our job isn't hard, but everyone's like, no, you're an artist. Well, yeah, sort of, but you guys really are. And you're putting yourselves out there every day, and you're not getting paid to go to those auditions and to be on the road. And so I don't know why that was on my head, and I just had to get it off. But I just want you to know that at DB Casting, and many of my friends that are casting directors, I know feel the same way. We love you guys, and it's hard. And I just wanted to give you a little clap and say kudos to you guys. And especially in this time, I'm sure that it's even harder. I can't even only imagine that uncertainty is even greater. So, we're with you, and we feel you, and we're here for you. Yeah, you guys, I don't know where that was coming from. Where was I going, Taryn? I just had to say.
I love it. Somebody
said something that I was like, well, I had to say it. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I just want you guys to know in our office, it's always a safe space. I've had people cry to me. I've had people yell at me. I've had people laugh with me. We've had it all. And, Taryn, me, Mandy, we'll all be here for you. Look we're almost done with our day. Look at that was so fast, wasn't it?
It was so fast.
But yeah, I know, right? But yeah, that was my sign off. Look, I didn't even mean to do that as a sign off. See, I just went on and on and on. But yeah, just be yourselves. Don't ever lose sight. I think, I was saying with the adult actors, that's what I was saying. With kid actors, we don't want you to be overtrained. Same for adults. We still want you to be yourself. The second you walk in there and you don't care about your accent and you don't care about what you're wearing, you just go out there and you just be you. And it's hard. Again, I understand. I've cried many days in my car. The more you just be you, the better.
That's the magic.
That's what we and Taryn are. We are ourselves in casting. We are not putting on anything. And I think that's why we're a good team. And, yeah. What's your advice? What's your strength today, Taryn?
I think with everything going on, you're going to have days that you're just like, in your head, doubting everything. But I think as long as you continue to get up, and you continue to keep going and keep pushing yourself in the direction you want to go in, you're doing what you're supposed to, and things will eventually come to you. So keep going.
I love that. And stay healthy, guys. My friend one time, Derek Lux, he's a great guy. My friend Lauren and Derek Lux, I love them. We shot something one time, and